Modern Mark Productions.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Bang, and I'm back at it with a brand new reaction once more. So, I want to give a special shout out to the WWE YouTube channel. You go ahead and give them a follow, because that is where I got all this screenshotting from. I probably would have got the whole match, but I don't want to get too much more copyrighted than that. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to just give it to you in photo form. You know what I'm talking about. Just be patient. You know what I'm saying? These are all 5-second loops. It's like you're watching a match. I'll even call it for you. Look out, King! Oh my god! Oh, Suplex City! Come on, Michael Cole! King's not even here! Brock Lesnar's a beast! Why do I sound like that, motherfucker? Seriously. Like, I sound like I'm dating Carmella. I wish I were. Anyway, shout out to Corey Graves. The match calling in this match was pretty good, too. Like, you know, Corey Graves is like, he makes himself sound like the biggest Brock Lesnar supporter. Michael Cole is, you know, Michael Cole. He's hot or cold. And he was pretty hot in this match, thankfully. He put emotion into it, and he called the match like one of his best matches since his days with Taz, you know what I mean? And the match was back and forth. It wasn't really your most technical sound match, but Seth Rollins did pull a little bit of wrestling maneuvers here and there, but it was striking. And this was a match that really favored, not just because of the injury. And as you see, he picks him up by his freaking bandage and tosses him like a ragdoll. Like, that was like the spot of the night. Well, one of them. And it gets better. Or as my homeboy Willie said, oh, it gets worse. It gets better. Shout out to Cricket Wireless, you know what I'm saying, for sponsoring WWE. And, you know, Cricket, I've watched them grow from a local company, especially here, like small usages and whatnot, to now it's a nationwide thing. And you got Sasha Banks and The Miz promoting it in commercials. It's nuts. You got former world champions promoting your product. Shit. Charlotte, you know what I mean? Anyway, the match spilled outside. The German suplex spot outside of the ring made me drop my phone, as you see the constant screenshots there. That's let me know that they're letting remind you that these are screenshots as high quality as they are. As you see Brock Lesnar's leg, it looks like his back is like the only part, and his tramp stamp is the only part of his body that gets any sort of tan. I'm joking, because but no, seriously, like, why is the back of his leg as white as Sheamus is? Anyway, Seth Rollins sees that his leg is white, and he's gonna darken it up and beat the fuck out of him. Just kidding. He's gonna throw him inside of the ring like a good champion, and he's gonna do this: flying knee to your mush. Oh, I'm exhausted. I'm Seth Rollins. I'm so exhausted. Oh my god. You see, before Seth Rollins, what did he do? Didn't he play himself? Yeah, he played himself with them Willow Spray tweets and talking about how much more money he got than everybody, which is probably true. But you know what I mean. There was no need for all of that. This push is what elevated him to the top. Like, because the first push was so bad with Becky Lynch. They you know what I'm saying? Like, Becky Lynch, more than anything, is not the reason of that. It was Vince trying to do the power couple thing, and that the thought in itself is dope. But then there was no elevation between either character. In fact, like Seth, she looked like the man for real, because you know what I'm saying. Anytime you have a shirt called the Man's Man, and I'm not saying this to be homophobic or anything like that. That's just belittling if your character is called the Man. There's like, Ric Flair let it slide anyway, because he's the original The Man. Unless you count Buddy Rogers. But even then, Buddy Rogers, he got the Nature Boy shit from him for sure. But the Man thing and everything else taken to a whole nother level, with all due respect, that's Ric Flair. So, and I'm gonna leave that where that's at. But long live Buddy Rogers, though, because if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be no Ric Flair. You know, at this point, I'm just talking because we got a few more minutes to go. Woo! Anyway. Holy shit, the spots. Like, Seth Rollins is a freaking workhorse. That's one thing you can say about him. And listen, he's been letting you know like what side he's on with, like, before all this political shit started breaking out. He been letting the niggas know that he stand with Black Lives Matter. So, you know what I mean? My respect to him off the rip for that. But again, I'm sorry for even bringing that, from here. Because this is a fantastic match, and we're going to let politics be politics. I ain't got no time for that. This was the spot of the night right here, where he just flew and did the perfect 5-star frog splash through the table. You know what I mean? When you see a nigga actually rip it like a frog like that, where he pivoted, as you see the table explode as soon as they land, man, you knew that was going to be perfection. And, it just surprises me that not even Roman Reigns looked this strong against this nigga. And Roman Reigns has beat him before. I don't remember seeing, listen, Seth Rollins might look like the strongest opponent that Brock Lesnar's ever had. And we're talking about Undertaker. We're talking about Big Show. Big Show needed, like, true enough, he beat Brock Lesnar Survivor Series. But they needed a heel turn and an act of God. In fact, he was the injured one in that match. Yeah, I know my homework. That was my shit. I'm gonna do a review of that match next. Facts. I ain't got nothing else to do. Y'all gonna watch this. You can watch my shit. You gonna watch this match too. I might just have to leave the link in the description. You know what I'm talking about? Description. Like, I'm high. I'm sorry. Talking like a southern nigga right now. Anyway, I'm a southern nigga. Curve stomp here. F5 there. They kicked out of everything. The German suplex spot where he lands on his feet and hits him with a curve stop within the first 30 seconds of the match. That was cool. You know what I mean? The crowd was back and forth. And then I think that's how they ended the match. He was going to catch an F5. He lands, kicks him in the sternum one more time, hits him with the curb stomp. And, there was a lot of Suplex City chants, but they were saying burn it down. And even though he was saying burn it down to really talking about burning down the kingdom as the Kingslayer, it was Brock Lesnar that really propelled that shit, because it's Suplex City. And what more can you do but burn that bitch to the ground? So this feud did everything for Seth Rollins that they tried to do the first time. And God, do I miss the fans. Especially when they get it right. You know what I mean? The fans went crazy, as you see. And even the Brock Lesnar fans had to clap their hands. Because they know Brock Lesnar is marquee. He's money. But listen. Seth Rollins earned that title that night. And I really wish he would have had a compelling face run. But as you see now, he's much better as a heel. Much, much better as the Monday Night Messiah. But this was probably the highlight of any of his babyface eras. And these guys got to learn how to be baby faces. They do. You got to learn, bro, eventually. You got to learn how to get that reaction every fucking night. But until then, I'm going to appreciate the Monday Night Messiah, the Kingslayer, Seth Rollins, Tyler Brack, whatever you want to call him. He's a GOAT in my book. Brock Lesnar, you already know what time it is, man. Come on, man. UFC champ, collegiate champ, WWE champ, Universal champ. Stop.
Moderate Mark Productions.